Okay, guys and gals, I'm going to show off the brand new Turbine Duke for P3dv3. Just downloaded it and also upgraded my graphics driver, so it's the latest one, and it's either going to mess up or it's not, but you can see where it's set for Honolulu. By the way, this is the incredible shareware, and I only paid $9 because I thought that was the right thing to do. It's free, really. Shareware, real deal, and I'll include notes on what it looks like. We're going to take off the Turbine Duke, and we're going to fly around Honolulu a little bit and test out the V3 version of the Turbine Duke. Here we go. So, yep, I've got that 6% because I'm using the Orbix scenery, and it hits that 6%, though I've seen a program that allows us to decide what kind of flying am I going to do and disable all the rest of the scenery. That should cut down a little bit on VAS, but we shall see. Okay, I have an i7 2600K. It's overclocked at 4.7, I think, and a vanilla GTX 770. And I'll show you what my settings are before we start. Okay, we're starting cold and dark, and here's my settings. So, yeah, I've got to reload the Opus server that I use strictly for the cameras for head tracking. And I've got a lot of macros going inside my FSUI PC, which I'll show you briefly. But let's get back to the main screen. And let's see if we got, yep, okay. And we got ASN going. And so here's my options, settings, display. I'm going to do it quickly because you can always put it on stop. There's that, scenery, lighting, weather, traffic, just a little bit. I was using Box ATC, but he didn't have a V3 version. General, sound, and I'm going to bring that environment up just a tad. Flight path we're not using. Failures, we've got 0 failures set up. Controls, I am not in labeling because I'm using FSUI PC. Realism, everything's over to the right. And time and season is, we're going to set the system time. And, but we will, I'm going to bring it back. So why did I do the system time? I don't know, kind of case the dumbasses, I guess. And user defined weather, so that's all my settings. And so park and brakes are on. Everything is mapped to my thrust master, and we're going to close this window here. So here we go. Over here is where everything starts, and I should have a look-see around. Yep, I'm good to go there. This is the cockpit if you've never seen the, whoops, did we hang? Yeah, looks like we did. So, I'm going to have to unload the close that window. I'm going to have to unload the Opus again and reload it. And that should take care of the problem, although I haven't had to double load it before. And this is Huawei, Honolulu. Okay, looks like we've got, I'm going to reset. And okay, so here is your big 6 right here. Here is right down here is a real clock. How cool is that? I'll put this away so you can see what's going on. Here's your de-icing, pilot air. Now I'm going to look at these gauges. You can see they really are 3D, and they really do have smudges on them. And they just did a beautiful job. Let's take a look outside. And I'll swivel my head. Oh, goodness, nothing. Oh, looky there. Okay, let's take care of the altimeter situation. Hit a Control X on there. Okay, I'm using my head tracker to let you see the outside of this puppy. And so we're going to come back inside again. And let's get this guy cranked up. Okay, so the first thing you do is I have it set as cold and dark because I like it realistic. So here's the conditioning levers, which actually allow fuel flow in. I haven't really gotten the conditioning levers down because it also controls RPM. When I say I don't have it down, I mean that I don't fully understand. I know we're driving a prop with a jet engine, and conditioning levers have something to do with fuel, but so of course does the throttle. So exactly what's the difference between conditioning and fuel? Well, anyway, so let's turn the battery on and turn on the inverter, the master switch, and we got a fuel pump on here. That's what you're hearing. So we're going to go to ignition, starter on the left engine here. When we get up to 12, we're going to bring this guy up, and oh, looky here. How about putting on the brakes? There we go. Okay. All right. Green, 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 green. Okay, we're going to switch over to auto and turn the generator on. And now I'll turn that fuel pump off and turn this fuel pump on and start the right. Clear. And so we're going to go starter on, ignition on, watch right here for 12, and when it gets there, how cool is that? Pretty cool, huh? And I just popped up my Garmin. And we're going to put a map on the left side. And we're going to...
TOS, system test okay.
Go to traffic on this side. And put this guy away. And then we're going to start this guy up. It's twin 750s. And let's open this up and see what we got here. Here's where we are.
TOS, system test okay.
So we can zoom in. The 750's got airport diagrams for virtually everything in the United States and terrain for the whole world. So that's where we are. You should be in the run-up area. I thought I put myself on the run-up area, but I guess not. Okay, well, we're ready to go. So let's zoom out. By the way, I have a touch screen, so I can do what I'm just supposed to do on a GTM 750. And everything's in the green. Let's put this puppy away. And just put our strobe on. Landing light is on. Taxi light is off. Here, let's put a little bit of flappage in, though we really don't need. Let's do a no flaps takeoff. But here's the flaps. They're just 50% and 100%. You can I've got that handled on my Thrustmaster of the Warthog actual flaps button. Okay. Shall we go? I think it's a good time to go. Everything's stable. This thing takes off in a phenomenally short space. 85. Boom, we're up. Positive brake. Here. I'm going to bring back the throttles a little bit. And also bring back the propellers to about 80. This is the freeware. This is photoreal Hawaii, all 5 islands. Now, the only reason that I have any objections to this Turbine Duke, I mean, I doesn't love it to pieces, but the Turbine to auto. I just turned my generator to auto. Big old engines get in the way of looking around. I'm just touching my screen for that, but obviously you can use your mouse. Let's fly over towards the mountains over here. Still learning how to tweak, even though I've had it for years, learning how to tweak my track IR. Okay, and down here is your fuel cutoff and selector. Let's go right through this pass. We're using I'm not using the weather, and this is just a test. I have used, what is it called? Opus FSX for both weather and cameras. And here are my cameras that I've set up. So this is over to here. Well, I don't have much going on. Okay. Let's look around. Look at that detail. The idea here is you want to keep everything in the green, I wish I could tell you more.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Yeah, I know.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. And okay, we're going to set up for landing. I think this is Hickam. Let's see.
Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up.
Pull up.
Okay,
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull
Pull
up.
up.
No,
Pull
Pull
up.
up.
okay.
Pull up.
Up.
I'm going to put my...
Pull up.
Pull
Shut
up.
Shut up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull
Pull
up.
up.
Now,
Sink rate.
you should not have the flaps out or the gear out when you're going over 140. Let's put this guy away. So we're going to make our approach at about 100. And remember, you do not have the instantaneous control as you would with the reciproc engine. So you got to think, you got to be ahead of your plane here. A little bit of flappage. You should be crossing the threshold right around 90 if I recall. Want to go take a look at that sailboat? Look at that, God. Just glorious. Oh, there's a fishing boat down there.
500.
500.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull
Pull
up.
up. Pull up.
Terrain ahead.
Terrain ahead.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Terrain ahead.
Terrain
Pull.
ahead.
Terrain ahead.
We know. By the way, you can disable that. Okay, we're going to go around and land at that field. Just to show you how beautifully and quickly this puppy lands. I've never had a plane that could take off and land in such a short distance. I mean, it's something like 700 feet. Nah, that can't be right, but it's close. I don't know, that may be right. Look at that scenery. Okay, let's set up. I'm going too fast for the flaps. I'm going 160. Just showing off. Shame on me. Alright, full flaps when we get below 140, which we're already there. Approach at 100.
Sink rate.
Sink rate.
Over the
Sink.
threshold.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Green.
Pull up.
Pull up.
Pull
Pull
up.
up.
Pull up.
I'm
Pull up.
landing
Pull up.
dummies.
Pull up.
Pull up. Sink
Pull up.
rate.
Sink rate.
Now watch this. I know, that's the last thing you want to hear from a pilot, right? You believe that? Okay, let's take off again. I've got Saytech combat rudder puddles and taking off now. We'll come around the backside. Positive rate, you're up. And flaps up. Now, to get the real effect of of any photo scenery, you need to be at around 2,000, 2,500 feet, depending on how detailed the scenery is. What's that down there? Guys have done just an incredible job with the scenery here. I mean, you just swear to God, you threw that active sky next in. Oh my God, it's just glorious. I flew around the island in my MGX tonight. By the way, you guys got MGXs last night. Lost all my switches. Only thing that was working was the MCP and my controls. Kyle, Scandinavian 13, I think he's called, over at PMDG, said, start up the MGX inside of the scenario screen. Something we've never done before. We've always loaded up the trike first, right? And that loaded up the MGX, got all my switches and buttons back. Anyway, the reason I mentioned that is because I took it out tonight, and after I read what Kyle pointed me to, new directions for the PMDG 777 and 737, and they said they recommend starting it up in the scenario. I got it worked. Okay, let's. We're at, oh, there's one other thing that's very cool. I'll point this out with, let me trim it up a bit for the speed. Got a little wind up here. Check this out right here. Radar altimeter. How cool is that? And the real-time clock. I'm gonna play some of this back so you guys can see what it looks like from the outside. So let's go to playback. Options and instant replay. And we'll say 3 minutes, 180. And repeat continuously. Okay. So let's aircraft from the right wing. And view from flyby. Pretty, isn't she? One thing I didn't think of is I may have crashed. I'm going to hit escape, put myself on autopilot. Let's do that. And virtual cockpit. Okay. Let's put ourselves on autopilot and heading. And go this way and let's go to altitude and say 5,000 feet. That'll be safe. And in the meantime, we can look at the instant replay, and again we'll put in 180 and repeat continuously. Let's go outside and do a flyby. Look at the detail. That's 32 frames a second there. That's on a i7 2600K. Let's see what it looks like in Spot. It's kind of weird. I'm going to shut off track IR for a second. Wow. I don't know what's going on there. Track IR is shut off. It's not very pleasing, is it? Okay, so that's aircraft. Front right. That's a little bit better. Notice that the sound is really fritzy for me, at least. It could be my sound card. But whenever I go outside and replay, it gives me this hinky sound. But at least this isn't about sound. I wanted you just to see what this baby looks like. Okay, let's sign again. Aircraft. And you get a good idea of the scenery now, don't you? Isn't it gorgeous? Alright, so let's come back to view mode again inside and lock spot. And turn on track IR to see if that keeps us in control mode. Sounds like an angry beat, doesn't it? Look at that. Okay, it's gonna. We've got to replay 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now we're gonna go back to where we were. Pretty little bugger, isn't she? Let me get rid of the views and complete the picture. Okay, back into the cockpit. Oh, look at that. Cockpit doesn't work. There we go. I gotta take a look at my keys that I've assigned and prepared 3Ds, sorry, FSU IPC. Alright, I'm going to take it off of autopilot. Huh. Autopilot is disconnected. It's not working either. Uh-oh. Oh, we're still in replay. Phew. I'm going to quit replay for a bit. I gave you some good outside shots, and we're paused. And taking it off of autopilot. Okay. Getting a little hairy there. Started to lose my control because I got too slow. Got down to 80 knots. Okay, that's the airport we took off on, and there's Honolulu down there. Let's do some cloud chasing. Real easy to get overspeed in this guy. And if you set it to break the plane because of crashes or malhandling, I'm sure overspeed would have busted it. Look at that.
Sync
Pull
rate.
up.
Yeah, we can take care of that. Let's go back here and go to terrain and menu. And we go to TAWS inhibit. That's a good example of a little stall there. Autopilot. Let's bring it down a tad. There's Honolulu. I'm getting 19 frames a second. - 4,000 feet. Look at the radar altimeter as we go over these hills here. It's still at 2,500 feet.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Sync.
Again, I got overspeed. It's so easy to do. Okay. So what I wanted to do, just to give you a little taste of this beauty and convince you to save your pennies and get it, and even better than that, save your pennies and get the GTN 750 that you can use in this guy. God, look at that. Jesus. There we go. See the radar altimeter? 1,500 feet over.
Sync rate.
Sync rate. Pull
Sync
up.
pull up.
Okay, well, we'll sign off for now, and hope you enjoyed the maybe the first flight on YouTube of the GTM 750 and the Turbine V, let's call it V3, because this is the prepared 3D version. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll end with a little flyby.